remember. Graduation. We took the treasure and gave it to you to save for the reunion. $360. I think you're just swell. You always were.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Oaky Miller estate sale haul. For those of you who've seen my little preview, I hope you guys are as anticipated as I am to show you my collection that I got. So this whole, basically last weekend, I went to this estate sale from this company called Laagainestatesales to check out the collection of a man named Oaky Miller. He was a Hollywood actor turned Hollywood agent, and especially in his later life, he specialized in representing a bunch of freak show acts and a lot of people with unique talents.
I'm Chuck Harris. I'm an agent. Now, you probably heard all about Hollywood agents. Got news for you. I'm the guy you've never heard about. I represent a guy who bounces a car in his head. I represent a guy who sticks his entire body in a large balloon, from a one-armed juggler to a guy dancing with 4 puppets, looks like the village people when he walks out, to a full-grown man who dances around like a midget cowboy. Tiger Man, I am the conductor of a symphony of wackos. When nobody knows where to look, I'm the guy that can find it for you.
I actually got several pictures of him. This is the first one. I decided I'll buy some of his stuff, but if I don't remember who the person it belongs to, it kind of, you don't respect the person who owned it before you. So I just decided, you know what, let me just get a couple of his pictures and I'll show you, along with the stuff, pictures of him, because he basically knew anybody of Hollywood back then. So let's begin, shall we? One of the things that when I saw the post to go up of this estate sale, I had to get it right away. So this is the first item that I really want to show. Now, for those who don't know, this is Jackie Coogan of The Kid. I think the first time I actually saw this, I went to the Hollywood Heritage Museum and they had a toy that looked like this. So when the Laagainestatesales posted the posting for this sale, this is one of the pictures that they decided to advertise their sale on, and I had to get it. So I was lucky enough to get it on the last day because the estate sale was crazy. Just imagine going into a hoarder's paradise. There's toys of turn of the century, anything from Hollywood, vintage, anything. It could be food, toys, posters, you name it, anything you could think of. So, especially since with his background, his father was in vaudeville, and from what I saw from his collection, he must have inherited his father's items, and along with that, he added his own things. So there was not only posters of movies from Charlie Chaplin, Laurel and Hardy, the Marx Brothers, all these famous comedians, but there was a bunch of vaudeville acts too. So the next thing I want to show you is this Groucho little statue from the Leonardo collection. See that? 1997. See there? The next item, I tell you, there's a lot of things to choose from. What I'm going to show you next is this little statue of Laurel and Hardy. Little gray one here. When I entered the house, I didn't even know where to start. The way that they had the sale organized, when you entered the house, the living room area, they try to separate the priciest items, I guess, or the most collectible items in the first room. So that's where actually I found the kid maquette, in that room, and there was a bunch of handmade puppets, pins. There was toys from the 20s and 30s, original toys. So from there, you had to go outside to enter the main house because they wanted to separate that pricier room with the rest of the house. So when you explored that room, you had to exit the house again and enter through the driveway to the backyard, and oh my god, there was piles and piles and piles of toys. Anything from Star Trek, Star Wars, every TV show that you can think of, he had a toy from that TV show. So you couldn't have gone to the sale without buying at least one item. There was items and stuff for everybody's liking. You didn't even have to like classic Hollywood to find something that you couldn't like. If you left there without anything, that would be very rare with all the stuff that was there. So moving past the garage, there was a section of a lot of kitchen stuff. So he had a lot of collectible plates, cups, vintage kitchenware things, anything kitchen related. From there, more toys, a lot of toys. And then there was a little backyard area that they actually had a sauna for sale that I didn't know until the last day. The sauna, and then passing the sauna, there was a huge collection of political toys. Presidents from Bill Clinton, he had Ronald Reagan stuff, you name it. He just liked to collect anything. And I think he was also very into politics because he had so many different political items there. So moving past that, there's the dining room area, and a lot of little figurines, maquettes, plates, self-portraits of him. Actually, he had like 3 of them there. There was vintage machines. There was like a crane there. There was like gumball machines. There was a mechanical horse. If you go in the kitchen, he had all these toys, like actual little kids' toys. Mechanical metal items, plastic things. It was crazy. So there's another area where they had a lot of like miscellaneous metal box stuff, things like that. So once you passed the main house, oh my gosh, when you went to the bedrooms, it was another story. There was one room filled with Charlie Chaplin things, like anything you could think of Charlie Chaplin, everywhere. Charlie Chaplin frames, Charlie Chaplin statues, Charlie Chaplin cups, Charlie Chaplin everything. Everything. It's insane. I'm not exaggerating that you couldn't leave without buying anything. So passing the Charlie Chaplin room, they put a bathroom filled with vintage board games and puzzles. Past that, another bedroom with a bunch of photographs, posters, lobby cards, more statues, cups, you name it, dolls of all these people. And then the last room, but not least, a room filled with toys, stuffed animals, mostly out of box, but everything. And they try to have it organized, the first couple days. But as people are rummaging through it, checking through it, there's no way things can stay organized. No way. So let me continue showing what else I got.